I've included this clip of the hare as it answers a couple of questions about how good the pard is at extended range. My squirrel videos are normally shot at 20 to 25 yards. This hare is at 70 yards. It's nearly 10 o'clock at night and I can hardly pick it out with the naked eye. As you can see, the pard performs extremely well under low light conditions. During daylight the image would be even sharper. The performance is extraordinary for what is a budget night-day digital scope. This video is a compilation of 2 sessions a couple of days apart. Here I'm back at the Arm Bridge, and as you can see I still haven't filled in the dip at the base of the tree. I went back a week later with my trusty mattock and levelled the ground out. No longer have to stand up to check the squirrels on the ground. The first 2 squirrels came down the back of the tree and appeared out of nowhere. If you look carefully you can see that the second squirrel moved its head as I fired. Fortunately it was a good shot. It's always a good idea to be patient and let the squirrel settle into a feeding pattern before taking the shot. However, as in this case, it doesn't always work. When a squirrel hangs on like this, it's not a conscious action. The squirrel's claws are long and sharp, so this happens occasionally as the hind leg muscles spasm. I'm sometimes asked about the squirrels jumping around after they've been shot. They're not wounded. This is simply the central nervous system shutting down. This seems to only happen with headshots where the neural pathways have been damaged or destroyed. Never seen a squirrel faceplant before. I'm always suspicious of squirrels that don't jump around after they've been headshot. So I stood up just to check out this one, and sure enough it was completely dead, but you can never be too sure. This is now the second session where I've set up at Ted's belt. As I was doing so, an ash tree crashed to the ground about 20 yards away. Woods can be dangerous places after heavy rain. Can't say I felt really comfortable about it, but it will make good firewood. This feeder was being hammered by pigeons and crows, so I fitted a second ledge to limit their access. I think it might be a bit too low though. Not much doubt about that shot. This squirrel wasn't interested in the feeder at all. Wandered around for a bit and then just exited stage left, never to be seen again. Don't know what that noise was, certainly wasn't a shot. My seats kept moving on the soft ground, but eventually I got a bead on this squirrel. Normally I don't target squirrels on the ground as they tend to fidget around too much, particularly if there are dead ones there. This squirrel wasn't concerned in the least, so I was able to take a nice steady shot. Now that's what I call a plump squirrel. He's obviously had a good time on the feeder. think the squirrel must have seen me shifting around on the seat as it sunk into the soft ground again. Don't know what to do about that. Perhaps need to put some bigger feet on it. That's not something you see very often, a squirrel nearly falling off the feeder. This is looking back from the feeder to my hide, which is 20 yards away. The final bag for the 2 days was 18 squirrels. The overall figure is now 376. When I started, the wood was silent with little bird song. Now it is transformed with abundant songbirds and numerous other birds, particularly nuthatches.